Hi, everybody. It is Black Spring with Autumn, and I'm just here just for a couple of moments. But I just had some thoughts about some things that are being sensationalized or whatnot. But it's going to revolve around. I think that there's some things that we can probably tie together. I'm probably going to get into the story a little bit later, possibly on Friday. I want to go do a little bit more of a deeper dive on it because, of course, it definitely is not short on a symbolism. Okay, so just a couple of thoughts here. You know, I've been talking a lot about some things that are the mockery and what I consider a lot of kingdoms, seem to come to mind. And when I think about the sensationalization, when you think about the Hollywood or Disney's versions of kingdoms, kings, queens, royalty, and specifically, I'm speaking a little bit about I think there's a little bit of symbolism behind this whole Little Mermaid. Um, of course, it seems like America runs on division these days, not Duncan, but America runs on divisive issues, and I think that symbolism is a literary device, but is a device that is used to divide. It divides. It can unify, it can be used to unify a thing, but yet it can divide people or an audience or people or a nation of people. And so, there's some commonality, in terms of literary, as a literary device, when you're dealing with a thematic material. And this is not, there's no shortage of that. Okay. Um, and typically, from what I understand, that authors, directors, whatnot, they use a lot of symbolism when they're dealing with heavier issues, when they're dealing with things that are a little bit more not only weighty, but things that are a little bit more controversial, or when you deal with some hot topic or hot button issues. And to me, it's very apropos. It's just in time for all these midterms. Or yesterday, what was it, National Voter Registration Day? And yes, okay, so that's a big part of what I'm on about right now. I just want to kind of give you a little bit of a just want to give you a little bit of a just a little bit of background, or landscape on what I'd like to come back in with later. But of course, symbolism in a Disney movie is not, to me, it's not progress, and it's not prosperity, not for the nation, not for any group of people. Doesn't matter how much melanin you have or how little melanin you have, but it seems as if Disney, this country, the wedge issue that they continue to delve out to a particular community, whether you consider yourself Black or African American, they continue to prop up, or try to develop some sense of pride or strength amongst a group of people with symbolism. Okay. Um, I'm telling you, it's a bit much. And I think this whole situation with this, this new actress that's playing the Little Mermaid. I mean, I'm just saying, if you just take some of these items out of it, and you can just see it's just another wedge issue. It's just another way to inject. It's another way to inject something, or it's not a divisive. It's another diversion. It's used as a device, a diversion away from, it can be manipulated. You can be manipulated the same way. And just the same way, I want to go here. The actress's name for this particular Little Mermaid story, her name, what's it? Is it Halle Bailey? Which to me, that is uncannily similar to Halle Berry, which I'm just saying. I assume that's her real name. I assume it's not a pseudonym, but I'm just saying we're dealing with people, we're dealing with manipulation people, and those who we have people that we have masters in that regard as well. Okay. We have people that are master manipulators. Okay. And they'll do anything. All right. But then also when I look at, shout out to Mr. Pearson, when I look at since Serena Williams and her farewell cover on the, I believe it's Vogue, it's almost as if these celebrities represent, or they are trying to sell some type of kingdom or revive, or they're trying to build, they are trying to bring life, or they are trying to give life to a kingdom, to their kingdom come. And I've talked about the cashless kingdom come. I've talked about the surveillance kingdom come. But whatever it is, something's coming. Okay. I don't want to go back to the color purple. Since we're on symbolism, shout out to Mr. Pearson. If you, that's his material, you have to go there to learn the significance. And if you just realize it, it's everywhere. You can see this purple color showing up everywhere. In the newscasters, the lower thirds are purple. The Car Shield commercial is full of this purple. But also, I'm just thinking, here's another clue when we throw in some symbolism. When you think about Elon Musk and his car, to me, the symbol on the back of that vehicle is a Triton. So some people might say, "Oh no, that's not what it is." But I'm saying there are so many signs that this is being used for it's very strategic. I don't think things materialize out of no man's land. I really don't. I think things are done quite intentional. Okay. So then I can also go on to, according to the press corner, I was reading an article that, according to the ancient civilization, that the sea was God. And in February of 22, you had a One Ocean Summit. I mean, you've heard about what Kamala Harris speaking about refilling the oceans. And yeah, to me, this is all starting to it's all just looking like more than a coincidence here. Um, and that the ocean is is a geopolitical piece. And in fact, Europe is quoted in this one particular article is that they are building a digital twin to the ocean. So I want to kind of get into that a little bit. Um, so I'm just saying there's a lot that's going on in the background. And some people will be as unconcerned as ever, but I just think something big is about to be either revealed or unleashed. So I'm going to probably save that particular article to get into, and maybe try to put some of this imagery together for you. But like I said, everything is being um, copied or mocked, or yeah, or to me, blaspheme. There's blaspheme in a lot of this symbolism that I see. That my other issue with this Little Mermaid, is that Hollywood is remaking, not Hollywood, but Hollywood and Disney, they're remaking everything. Everything needs to be reimagined. Well, to me, it makes sense. If they're building a new kingdom, it needs to be reimagined or rebuilt, or let it be, so to speak, in their image of their new kingdom come. So I just wanted to throw that out there just for going, and I'll get back later, come back later with some more economic news. We've been still talking about the 411 prep. We're talking about on a spiritual level as well as emergency medical supplies, that kind of a bit. Um, Storage, of course, more the prepper is a 411 prepper, but also a 411 spiritual prepper as well. So I appreciate you coming in so much. Hello, Khadija Reeves. Thank you so much for coming in. But I will be coming back later, so we can see, so we can get into some of the articles a little bit more. I have some economic stories, of course, liners to do, as well as it looks like, it looks like the quote Republican Party, they're outlawing, they're just driving more wedge issues. And I've told you guys this 1,000 times. When it comes to politics, red and blue make purple, whether you like it or not. So, and to me, this nation, much like the nation that we have freed ourselves from, they were under a purple rain, and we are no less under a purple rain. Okay, because when you do add those two colors together, when you do add a blue party and a red party together, that's what you get, is purple. And you're sandwiched between, shout out to Mr. Pearson, says we are sandwiched between those two parties. Yes, we are. You can see it. Like I said, that color has come out. That color has come out, and it's been out for some years, but it's really popping up now. I think Mr. Pearson talks about also the Tiffany blue as well. Those are, we're seeing signs of dominance. Okay, the recurring signs. We even see it if you look at your iPhone, look at Siri, look at, if you call that thing up, it is winding, wiggling, and unfolding those colors. So just keep that in mind, and I'll be back as soon as possible with more on your economic news, and a little bit on the matrix, the blend of the blue and purple. They've just got to keep injecting. It's theater, guys. To me, you got to see by now. It's all turning out to be theater, and some people are just so wrapped up in it that they just can't see what's happening. But again, I appreciate you guys so much, as always. And I want to thank Reed for coming in, Khadija Reed. Thank you so much for coming in on this 12-minute, 43-second brief. But I'll come back with more liners and see what you guys think. All right. Have a great start to your hump day, whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. All right. Take care.